Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been filming in the bathroom because I feel like the lighting has been a lot better than the rest of my apartment, but I am going to try to turn on the light real quick. Alright, hopefully that's a bit better as far as lighting. I think so. As I was filming my video yesterday, something came to mind when I was editing and uploading it, so I had a topic that I want to touch base on. Give me 1 second, because I have to figure out where I put it in my list. I found it. So I wanted to talk about why waiting for the right moment is keeping you stuck. And it ties into perfectionism and the fear of basically being a beginner. I want you to understand that anybody that is struggling with this, like where to start, how to start, and if you're the type, I'm gonna let this helicopter go by. Yeah, waiting for that right moment, the right moment is what's keeping you stuck and prolonging your growth in any opportunity of you moving forward. So one thing that I've found within myself is just being a perfectionist and having to let that go, trying to make everything seem exactly how it is in my head, and when it doesn't come or doesn't translate into the real world, I guess we can say, the way that I envisioned, it would keep me from posting. It would keep me from having confidence and faith in myself, because I'm trying to perfect something that I am just a beginner at. So for instance, making content, thinking my content is going to be as a creator who may be on their chapter 12. Let's just say they're on their chapter 12 and I'm on my chapter 5. You cannot compare yourself to other people during this process. And if you are, then that means you need to focus more so on your own business and minding your own business. One thing that I learned from a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad is that you shouldn't be minding anybody's business but your own. You really shouldn't be focusing on anybody but yourself. And when you lose sight of that focusedness and start focusing too much on what's going on or comparing yourself to those around you, it's also keeping you stagnant and keeping you stuck, because you're comparing yourself to somebody who may have been doing whatever it is that you want to do years in advance to you. But that shouldn't discourage you from getting started. If anything, it should motivate you and see how far you can come within yourself throughout the years if you stay consistent. And just showing up for yourself. Show up for yourself in little ways every single day so that you can build that confidence and that momentum of growth and change that you are longing to see within yourself. And understanding that the longer that you prolong it, the longer that you don't act on whatever it is that you want, you are essentially delaying your own process. Because if you don't work on it at all, if you don't work on anything, how can you grow something? It just doesn't make sense, right? And you're probably really frustrated with yourself because you're not moving forward. But at the end of the day, it's ultimately a daily choice that you get to make every single day. Do you want to do better? What do you want to see from yourself a year from now? And if you're doing any little changes, because that's the beauty of it, it starts with little changes, so you don't even have to start huge. And that should take a lot of weight and stress off of your shoulders. You can start little, and these baby steps will add up over time. So just focus on the present moment, focus on the now and not the right moment, because that right moment is never going to come. And if you have the awareness, you might as well just get to it And sometimes you have to be real with yourself. You really have to sit down with yourself and have a good talk about your own intentions and what it is that you want and where you want to be. Set little goals for yourself. Again, they don't have to start huge. You can start little daily goals. If you want to start something and implement it into your daily routine, add it and try to do it every single day until it becomes second nature, and challenge yourself to get to that point. So what I mean by challenging is you're gonna get to a moment where that motivation for this new habit, this new hobby, this new interest comes into play, and eventually it will wear out and die off, and then you'll just have your discipline after that. If you can't make yourself drink 1 gallon of water every single day, then you're gonna have a hard time trying to get yourself to do other things. So if you need to up your water intake, if that's the very first place that you need to start, then so be it. It's still a start, and it's going to challenge you in those moments where you don't 1 second. How it's going to challenge you in those moments to overcome this hump. Waiting for the right moment keeps you stuck, and that's the last thing that you want to be battling within yourself as you're trying to overcome and change and make these changes within. The best thing that you can do is start now. And I know I'm not the first person to tell you this. I know you've heard other people say the best time is now, right now. So if you're watching this video and you've been putting something off, don't cut it off until it's finished, but go do the thing that you know you need to be doing. That way you can move forward, and then you get into this flow state, which I want to go into more depth in another video. But once you get into that flow state of just simply being, like, you don't have to think about anything, you just simply do, and you don't have that friction between your mind about basically putting action behind what it is that you want to do, and then the action just flows naturally. That's the state that you want to get to, and it is possible. But the only way to get there is to challenge yourself in little increments, in little baby steps that will build momentum over time, and you'll start to have a more structured and more disciplined life. So if you're questioning, how can I become disciplined? How can I become structured? How can I have this routine? Start with one simple thing, and then maybe at the end of every week, add another thing, but don't add everything overnight. It's just not going to happen, and it's very rare that you will stay motivated throughout it all and stay consistent. You will give up, because if you can't push past the motivation, once like motivation wears off and you can't push past that point, then you are going to be stuck in a loop of basically constantly starting and stopping things. And it's going to take a toll on your confidence, because you feel like you can never commit or complete. And many of us have struggled with that feeling, and it's not great. But there is a solution. You can grow from that. You can change from that. It's just how much you want it. Your intention behind it. Is your why strong enough as to why you want to make these changes within your life? Because it's going to be uncomfortable, and you have to be okay with being uncomfortable. And again, that's a video for another day. But the biggest thing is becoming uncomfortable, and you have to be okay with that. And how do you handle that? If you're used to security and stability and repetition, then that's what your life is always going to be. But if you demand change, this change is going to come with a lot of discomfort. So it's really how far past you can push through these certain points to get you through to the other side. And that's what it is. That's what it takes. But it's all within the journey. It's about who you become in this process that really truly matters to you, even than the materialistic outcome or just any outcome that you're searching for. Anybody would tell you it's all within the journey. And once you accept that, and once you start looking Stop looking at the outcome and understand that it is going to come someday, but you need to focus on the work that you have to put in every single day. Once you can flip that and just stop daydreaming about the outcome, you will then start putting action between it, and then that will no longer be a dream for you. That is how you align with that reality. Act as if you are, and you will be. And if you can envision it, if you can imagine it, then it's already written for you. That's why you feel that within yourself. So understanding all of this makes it a whole lot easier and more comforting to pursue this journey, whatever it is that you want. It just takes time. But the character development in this time is what truly matters and what you're going to be thankful for the most. Remember, waiting for the right moment keeps you stuck. So get rid of perfectionism. Let everything go. Just be and just do, because you know it's what you got to do to get to where you want to be. That is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like my content, don't forget to subscribe for more. Bye guys.